Hey, this is Gary from 3Bug Media, and today I want to talk about social media. I want to go over a simple strategy on how you can use social media to get your content in front of the right people with the express purpose of trying to get more links, citations, and brand mentions for your local business. Now, most local businesses that use social media do not have a strategy in place at all. They just post content left and right repeatedly and hope that that's going to have some kind of effect on their business. Now, sadly, it usually never does. You usually end up wasting a lot of your time for almost no results. So if you are going to use social media, I want to go over a simple strategy you can use so when you're curating your content, you're promoting your content, you're liking, sharing content online, you're doing it with an express purpose. Okay, so it's really simple, and if you follow these steps, you'll be ahead of most local businesses when it comes to a social media strategy. Number one, start following important people. Before you do anything, and it doesn't matter what platform you use, whether it's going to be Instagram, Facebook, or Twitter, these steps they're all true for any of those platforms. Okay, so the first thing you want to do before you get started is you really want to do your research and figure out who you want to start following. Okay, because who you follow is going to be really important later on for your strategy. You want to start following local media types. You want to start following local blogs, customers, potential customers or potential clients that you'd like to work with, your vendors, and also your peers. So with your peers, you may not, if you're really competitive, you may not want to, follow your very close competitors. So it's always a good idea to keep an eye on them. But other peers, there's lots of other people in your industry that are doing a lot of social media. Start connecting with them. When I talk about media, I'm talking about local media, your local newspaper, your local, NBC or Fox affiliate in your city. I'm not talking about following CNN or following Fox News and things like that. I'm talking about local markets, because those are the ones where it's going to be very easy to get on their radar. So step one, make a long list of all of these people and start following them with your social media account. Number two, once you're starting to follow the right people, what you want to do is you want to start spending a lot of your time on social media, liking, commenting, and sharing their content. To get the most out of social media doesn't mean to constantly be posting content on a regular basis. It's engaging people. The easiest way to engage people and to get on their radar is to actually like, comment, and share their content. Most people on social media, especially the smaller ones, the smaller players, local media, local bloggers, they're starved for attention on there. So if you give them that attention, you're definitely going to get on their radar. And if you do it consistently for a couple of weeks, they'll start to know who you are. Okay, so you don't want to start pushing your content in front of them right off the bat. You want to start sharing their content and engaging with their content so they start to know who you are. Now, once you've done that, once you've gotten on their radar, you want to start studying what they like. What type of content are they posting? What type of content are they sharing? You want to start to get an idea of what their interests are, because in step three, you're going to start creating your own content, right? So once you've done your research, you're following the right people, you understand what type of content works, what type of content these people are interested in. Now you can start creating your own content. It's going to be topical and it can be well timed. Okay, an example would be, say you're a landscaper and you're coming up, it's the middle of the summer, fall's coming up soon. You might write an article for the best lawn tips for your city on there, right? It's topical and it's well timed. That is a perfect piece of content to reach out to your local media. And that's where you're going to get to step four. You're going to start sharing that content once you've created it on social media. You're going to use your relevant hashtags for your city, your industry, in case people are doing research based on hashtags. And you're also going to tag and mention relevant people. So if you're a landscaper that just created that article on fall landscaping tips for your city, look at your local media. Maybe look at maybe just some local bloggers that talk about outdoor family stuff and things like that. So mommy bloggers. What you're going to do is you're going to reach out to them. You're going to tag them. You're going to mention them in your post. And now what's happened is they already know who you are because you share their stuff on a regular basis. Now you've put it in front of them. There's a very good chance that they're going to start sharing and promoting your content as well. And if it's local media, like I said, if you time it well, you might be able to get included in their local newspaper roundup for the fall, or maybe even get a TV segment out of it, because local media are always looking for content. They don't have the resources that big media outlets have, where they have big content teams and investigators, things like that. A lot of times they have to rely on the public, they have to rely on external resources to get that information. So you can easily become a resource for some of these media types if you do your research and you create the right content on there. So this is just a simple strategy to use. So if you're going to get started in social media, instead of just doing it like most businesses do without a strategy, just a bunch of tasks and posting and hoping for the best, spend your time, do your research, start following the right people, spend more time promoting other people's content than you do your own. But when the timing's right, create some really good content that's topical, well-timed, and now you have a great intro to start tagging and mentioning these media types, because you've promoted their content for so long, and they're going to should be happy to help you out as well.